All right, so if I have other callers, no? Sweet, the board's open. Focus here, Regan. What I'm talking about, what happens every day at the agency. And the reason I'm doing this, and by the way, I have to thank the gentleman at the YMCA yesterday. No names, but he said, I listen to your show. Your knowledge is great. I said, what should I do differently? Stay the course. So that's why I'm going to explain this. And it might be, I'm a little biased because I care about the clients more than I care about the carrier. But let me explain a scenario. A gentleman, Frank, no last names, no nothing, lives in said town, Somethingberry. And he lives in Somethingberry, and his physicians are qualified, and they've got the formula right for this gentleman's blood pressure. Perfect. He's doing great. Well, the carrier, whether it's United Healthcare, who's fantastic, Anthem, just as good, or Connecticut, just as good, they decide to change the formulary. Now, this gentleman is used to paying $12 or $16, now gets a bump to $44 a month. What? Like $132. You know me, I'm anal, so I'll check that figure, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. $44 a month times 3 for a mail order supply. Of course, $132. All right. $132 is a heck of a lot more than $36. So the gentleman and I spent 45 minutes on the phone. Anthem refers to this as a MedWatch override or an authorization override. United Healthcare refers to this as a formulary exception. The gentleman wanted metoprolol succinate. Metro, M-E-T-R-O, prolol, P-R-O-L-O-L, succinate. The carrier says, no, tartrate is available in generic, but succinate, because it's an extended release, is not. He doesn't want to go playing around with his blood pressure. A Medicare senior or Medicare eligible beneficiary, as I'm supposed to say, that's not something they want to hear. Like, oh, I'm doing great. Let's see if I might actually get messed up. So I do have a caller. I'll go back to that. Remember, it could be on any of the topics or just general questions on insurance. Michael Regan, how can I help you?
Hello?
Yes, Michael Regan here.
Yes, Michael. I talked to you, I don't know how many months ago. This is Cathy. I called with the problem with the shingles vaccine.
Oh, absolutely. I thought we fought that, you and I.
We did.
You're Cathy M., no last names, and you're a beautiful woman who works up in Watertown.
Oh, yes. Well, I work as a subcontractor with a lot of companies.
Yes, I know the attorney you work for is a subcontractor. I thought you and I took that to the Office of the Healthcare Advocate.
We did, and Medicare, the medicine part, they paid $157 something out of the $219.
Sweet.
Yes, and I want to thank you.
Yahoo!
I have to call the girls, but I've been running around I just lost a job, so that's why I can call you today.
Well, you've earned my trust, so maybe call me off the air. If I can give you some referrals, I will.
Okay.
I know Okay, so we took it to the office. I actually am going to plug them again in a few minutes because they won another case for me. So instead of rolling over and playing dead, you were listening. You and I fought it. And by the way, I'm so apologetic. It took me a couple weeks to get back to you, and I was wrong. A good business owner always admits fault. I remember actually emailing Victoria. I'm like, I totally dropped the ball on this, please. And she did. She picked it up and ran with it. So it's awesome news. You're letting my listeners know that this is really working. It's a show to help the people.
Yes, and I want to thank you. And I do have to, I'm sorry, if you talk to Victoria, tell her I said thank you, and I will get to them as soon as I can find time when I'm not working.
What I'm going to do is just take a proactive approach and shoot you an email and just thank you for giving me a plug. I really appreciate it, Cathy.
No, I thank you. I didn't know what I was going to do. I mean, expenses are so high, so I have to work. And it's just, I want to thank you. You did a good job for me. Thank you very much.
And I mean, you don't buy insurance from me. I did this because I care. And it's a good thing to hear we won. I like to win. I'm a winner.
Okay.
Not like on that crazy Sheen guy winner. Like I'm like a winner.
Okay, thank you
All right.
very much.
Have a great day. Appreciate your time.
You too.
All right, this is rocking and rolling today. I can't put my pen down. Caller on line 2, Michael Regan. How can I help you?
Hi, Michael.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Are you allowed to say your first name on the air?
Sure.
How can I help you, and what's your name?
Okay, my name is Jane.
Excellent.
And I love your program, Michael. It's so informative. I'm so grateful. You have been so helpful to me and patient, keeping me on track with all of my medical program coverages. And I love it.
It helps that you're one of my best friends from college's mother and a great client. I know exactly who this is. Okay, so, Gene, no last names for HIPAA, and we don't throw any doctors under the buses either, because doctors rock. Without them, we'd all be sick. So let's explain the scenario. Your topic number 2, which is called balance billing. Let's explain what actually happened to you and describe the whole scenario so my listeners can hear this.
Okay. My problem happened yesterday. I was visiting the doctor for a complaint. Okay. And after we had exchanged names, the receptionist went and got my folder. When she pulled out my folder, her next response to me was, "You have an outstanding unpaid bill."
Right.
Well, she didn't ask me what the reason for my visit was, or if I had noticed I did have an unpaid invoice in file. Even if she had said, "Are you aware of this? Is there some reason why it has been unpaid?"
Uh-huh.
No, nothing like that. It was just intimidation, and extremely embarrassing for me because there were so many other people in the waiting room.
Which you don't need. I know you personally. We're actually very good friends. I'm not going to describe who you are, where it is, but the business you and your family have built, up from the bootstraps, literally coming to America with a suitcase, you do not need to be made feel embarrassed over, am I allowed to say the dollar figure for the claim?
Mm-hmm.
$67. I have the claim in my hand because I worked on it yesterday. Here she is in an open forum where people can hear your situation. She's saying, "Oh, Mrs. So-and-so, you owe us money." And you're thinking, look, I pay plenty of money for my quality insurance. I shouldn't owe a dime on this. Is that the correct scenario?
That is exactly right.
Right.
It was, well, me being me, I said right away, "I'm unaware of an outstanding bill. I have 2 insurances, and I don't believe I should be billed. Here is my coverage card. Please check it."
Right. And of course, you're courteous as ever, like you usually are. And let me explain what really is happening. Because nobody cares anymore, not the doctor necessarily, but yes, the doctor and their staff and oversights. We're not picking on anyone. What happens is the carrier will negotiate a stated rate, or in the industry they refer to it as reasonable and customary. On every $1,000, a reasonable and customary reimbursement rate is going to be between $81, $83, and $85, depending on the contract the physician set up. So on your bill, the bill was a blank bill. An amount was paid to the physician who is a contracted Medicare assignment physician with the insurance carrier. The insurance carrier pays their portion, which is the stated rate, and then the physician and the office say, "You know what? 3 out of 10 people will just pay this bill. Go ahead and send it out." You're lucky you didn't end up in credit and collections or something like that for that. But knowing you and how classy you are, if she had persisted and you didn't call me or you didn't have an agent, someone like me, I'm an animal. I love this stuff. You might have felt on the second notice or second, just, okay, I guess I owe it. And there's, out of 1,000 people, especially in your area, that's $67,000 extra that the client is the physician's making.
Wow.
To give you some background, we did call your carrier. We spoke to the carrier representative, who's a licensed insurance agent in-house, and they are It's a recorded phone call. We explained the scenario to the carrier, and the carrier was nice enough to explain to me and my staff that they would be more than happy to call your physician and explain that Eugene so-and-so did not have an outstanding bill, and the next time you go to that doctor, please keep me in the loop and let me know if there was an apology or anything. Probably not, but let's hope for the best.
I doubt it.
All right, God bless you, and thank you so much for listening, Mrs. B.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
All right, it's time for a commercial break. YouTube, we keep it to 18 minutes. Good show so far. We'll see you in a little while. Plug the sponsors.